From Ed Sheeran wanting to move into the country music space to The Weeknd reverting back to his birth name, and new music from the Jonas Brothers. There are so many stories making news in the world of music, so we brought in Virgin Radio's Jax Irwin. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. If there's anything I know, it's the Jonas Brothers, you know? Yes, I'm here.
Fan.
I'm here to report, absolutely.
I cannot wait. Let's talk about The Weeknd, first of all. We had this in news earlier in the day. So he's done this rebrand, but really it's an old brand. It's his original birth name.
It's an unbranding, if anything.
Yeah.
And we heard about this a couple of weeks ago. He was chatting with W Magazine, saying that he's, going to do a slight shift when it comes to his name. He's going to go by his legal name, Abel Tesfaye. And he wasn't sure when he was going to do it, but he wanted to be rebirthed. He wanted to, reborn rather. He wanted to kind of shed his skin. So he switched all of his social media handles last night.
This isn't a Puff Daddy situation, Sean Combs. This is him doing what?
Yeah, this is just him. I think he just kind of wants to strip his identity down when it comes to music. And I mean, he's an incredibly artistic guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to, step into a different music realm. I'm interested to see. But anything that he does is usually very dramatic and very cinematic. So I can't wait.
Something else I know that you can't wait for is the new Jonas Brothers album. Let's let everybody have a listen.
Yes.
Don't get stressed, just gon' get figured out. Oh, deep conversation that no one allows. Headstrong father and a determined mother. Oh, that's why some nights we try to kill each other. But you know it's always love.
So this reminds me of like before any of them were married and before any of them had kids. It sounds the same, but speaking of kids, one of the songs on this album pays tribute to their daughters.
Yeah.
Kevin, Nick, and Joe Jonas are all girl dads. I feel like girls are gonna love, in that genre, are gonna love this album.
It's wild because they've grown so much as people, but they still sound like they're Camp Rock, 15 years old.
That's right.
Days, and they've stuck to that recipe, and it certainly works. They're going to be not only releasing new music, but of course a North American tour kicking off this summer. They've said because they are girl dads, because they are family men now, they are going to be making mental health a priority. All these long times on the road, they want to make sure that they kind of stick to themselves and make family number one. So we'll be seeing them come through Canada and Toronto specifically later this summer.
It will be a very family-friendly show for sure. Let's talk about Ed Sheeran. He is considering a move to country. I feel like actually this isn't too far a stretch.
It's not too far. I mean, the guy's lived in Nashville. He's not only an artist on his, in his own right and performs his own music, but he's a huge writer and he has written for some country stars. So he has said to Billboard, last week was the Country Music Awards, and he said that he actually kind of wants to get into country. He's talked with his wife and he wouldn't mind putting out a whole country album. He can do anything. He's done, pop. He's done kind of a hip-hop hybrid crossover. So like you said, I wouldn't be very surprised if he hopped into that universe.
I actually would love to see him do country. Jay-Z is in the news. He wants to open a casino in Times Square.
Yeah.
Like Times Square isn't loud and busy enough.
No, and it's, it would be quite an adventure to open up anything in that area. So essentially what he wants to do is bring a large-scale, not only casino, but also some commercial spaces to Times Square. The buy-in to even apply to this is $1 million, non-refundable, and then you have to actually show the funds of $500 million to have ready to invest. He said that it's going to be priority because a lot of people are like, don't open this up. It's going to mess with the Broadway scene, the integrity of the art scene around there. He said that'll be number one and prioritized if you were to open up a casino there. He wants to, get money going and get tourism going, but Broadway will be safe.
Well, as long as Broadway's safe. He loves the city, and he obviously wants to bring tourism and tourism dollars, more of it to the city, the heart of the city.
Yeah.
I'm just the amount of money to buy real estate in New York, let alone commercial space in the center of the city.
It's wild. And I mean, he's, like you said, always been, a New York guy. He's put a lot of money into Brooklyn when it comes to neighborhoods and sports. And now we're seeing it right in the heart of New York. So will he do this? Will he run for mayor? Who knows? Everything
he's got
is
way
New York
more
around
influence.
him.
He doesn't need to run for mayor.
Absolutely. So yeah, he's everything is New York with him. And he has a lot of money. He has so much money. So much money.
Maybe he can buy the Senators, although the bids are closed now. So there you go. Thanks, Jax.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.